Age wrinkles the body, quitting wrinkles the soul. Douglas MacArthur. My friends, each and every day, don't quit. Stick with this. You can do it. 10 to 15 minutes, that's all we ask. You can find 10 to 15 minutes. I find time every day in addition to everything else I do, my own investing, my own work. I record this show. I put all of this together for you. If I can find time for it, you can make 10 to 15 minutes out of your day. Do not say it's going to be 4 hours on Sunday. That will not work. It's got to be a little bit of time each and every day. Let's jump into these charts, see where things are. Stocks pulling back. We see gold and Bitcoin down, and we see bonds up. Let's first jump into the S&P 500. Looks like we could get up to average volume tomorrow. And if we get to average volume tomorrow, and we have a red spinning top, I'm going to be looking at the potential for a crossover going down. Now, again, tomorrow needs to be a big day. Need to see lots of volume. Need to see a nice, bright, red spinning top that's telling us the potential of a weekly vertical crossover going down. Don't know if we're going to see that or not. And I'd like a beautiful, I don't want a doji, and I don't want a big fat candle. I want a red spinning top. We will see if this market's drawing to a close. It wouldn't surprise me if it fakes us out again like it did a couple of weeks ago, like it did 4 weeks before that, like it did 3 weeks before that, where we saw some spinning tops, then it took off again. A doji, then it took off again. 2 dojis, then it took off again to a super high last week. But again, pulling back, it could just be digesting gains, but we will pay close attention. Look at on the half-day chart when things peaked, going back to Wednesday, the 29th of October, then down sideways, jamming down sideways, jamming down again. So we have 4 days of, 3 days of down movement going into the 4th potentially tomorrow. Let's just see. Not huge dramatic pullbacks, but again, it can just start with a whisper. That's where we are. Let's move on to the NASDAQ. It's pulling back 1.86%. And of course, you can see how it had climbed up the weekly trend line on Wednesday, only to dump over on Thursday. And again, this is a green spinning top right now. It's going to take a good bit of change for that to rotate over. We're okay on the volume, should hit average tomorrow. 2 days, all right. You can see where it has pierced. It was sitting on for the Tuesday, Wednesday. It's pierced through on the Thursday. That is the 2-day candle jamming below the weekly trend line. So we'll keep an eye on things and see, when's this market going to run out of steam? Don't know that it's done it yet. It will, and when it does, we will be calling it. Let's look at what's up with TLT, 20-year U.S. government bonds, up 0.90%. But again, what does that mean? We're still well below the weekly trend line on the 2-day chart, on the half-day chart, and of course on the weekly. We have all that pressure pushing things down. So again, as we look at the math on the trade execution summary grid, it gives a pretty decent, more than a coin toss, quite more, directional probability of an up move. But I just see the pale, the literal switch over and all that loss of energy. It's going to take a lot. I don't agree. And again, that's why we run the numbers for you, but we also use our own common sense and what we have seen occurring for years. So keep that in mind. And lastly, what do we say? Not lastly, we'll go on 2 more. Gold. What's up with gold? Well, gold is pushing down 0.12%, not much. And then gold still, according to the math, has some up move in it. I'm just not seeing it. We saw gold trundle down strong on Monday the 27th into Tuesday morning, and then sliding sideways, dumping over on Tuesday of this week, and then trying to build, but still staying well below the weekly trend line. Same on the 2-day. Got a doji right there now. And again, look at the volume. So weak. Weak volume. So again, just waiting for gold to sort its way out after that run-up. This is common, my friends. You get a big run-up like this, and then you can have things pull back as people are digesting their gains, selling off some of their profits, and what I call the market just digesting, just taking, it took a huge meal in, and now it's just resting. What do we see going on with Bitcoin? Pulling back again today. We had things pop up yesterday and then roll back over. We saw that happen back on last Friday the 31st, and then jumping, and really a huge down on Tuesday of this week. We're well below the weekly trend line on the half day, on the 2-day. We haven't hit the prior high, the prior low on the 2-day chart. That Tuesday, Wednesday was 28.16, 28.37 so far. But again, a big down candle for the week, already at average volume on the weekly chart. So again, in earnest, we talked about this when we saw that 2-week move up just killed with a rotation over. Whenever you see a big red down candle with no wick on top on these Heikin Ashi candlesticks after 2 green or any number of green up candles, when you have a strong down candle with a big wick sticking down, it's going to be hard for that just to rotate back over. It's just tough. It's too much energy lost. That is where we are as we end the day on Thursday. We have one more day to go. We're going to be paying close attention, particularly as to what stocks are doing tomorrow. Patreon members already sent out the weekly vertical crossovers. I believe we had 3 going up, 6 going down. We also sent you your trade execution summary grid along with the November 7 5-day plus ETF trading analysis and execution plan. Hope that helps. And again, thank you so much, Patreon members, for underwriting the cost of the channel. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.